Hi Aries, this is your first general reading for the month of November 2017. This month I've decided not to focus on love and relationships. I'm still going to do the ex-partner readings as long as people are still interested in viewing those, but what I've decided to do, as long as time is on my side, to offer each sign 2 general readings per month. And those general readings will just be about what they feel you need to hear and be aware of. And the fact that they will be 2 general readings, maybe one reading will resonate with your circumstances, maybe the second one will, maybe both will, maybe parts of it will apply to your situation. But I've decided to do this anyway for November. I'm also using a different layout, a different spread this month, okay? It's not one that I've used before, so just bear with me on that. Now, the card that we do have as a central issue is the Queen of Cups. Now, not gender specific, but we could be talking about there being either a male or a female water sign that is significant to you in the month of November. If not, then it can be talking about an element of your own energy. The Queen of Cups, she does come from a place of emotions, but she's also very perceptive, okay, and very much relies on has great intuition, I should say. So maybe in this month of November, if you're not dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio or a Pisces, as I said, male or female, then maybe it's about you tapping into your own intuition during this month. Now, I've decided to lay the cards out in 4, so we're going to really just go week by week, okay? But just remember that the overall energies for the month can kind of blend in week by week. So, the first 2 cards we have here for the first week, we've got the 2 of Cups here, and we've got the Devil card in reverse. Now, quite often the 2 of Cups is referred to as that kind of soulmate connection, a meeting of 2 minds, okay? A relationship that is very mutual in regards to what you both offer each other. Now, this could be talking about a relationship that you've already had, okay? It could be talking about a relationship that you're already in, but it could also be talking about a type of relationship that you may be desiring. The thing with the Devil card in the reverse, though, it's about freeing yourself, because the Devil energy is about feeling trapped by something. So, is the 2 of Cups there to represent a relationship that you had in the past? And that, you know, maybe you have been obsessing about that relationship. Maybe you've struggled to let that relationship completely go. And the Devil card is there now to say that you need to free yourself from that in order to be able to move forward. If we're talking about a relationship that you're already in, then it's not to say there's anything bad within that relationship. But it may be that the relationship is quite codependent. And you may be focusing too much on the relationship. And you may need to carve out some independence for yourself. Because Aries ordinarily does not like to feel too caged or too trapped, okay? They're a very independent and quite a free spirit. So they don't always, as much as they want the commitment, and they can be one of the most loyal people when they're in a relationship, but they don't always like to feel too trapped or too caged within the realms of a relationship. Again, if we're talking about the type of relationship you're desiring, then are you putting too much focus and too much emphasis on trying to find that perfect type of relationship, that soulmate connection with somebody, that you're almost chaining yourself to that vision of what you feel a relationship should be like? So just, in that first week of November, there are 3 scenarios there, but just be mindful of that going into the month of November, because with the Devil card there's something you need to be freeing yourself from. Now, the thing I want to mention as well, quite often with the Devil card, it can be more about your thought and how you're perceiving something. It doesn't have to be the reality. The Devil card, yes, can talk about addictions, but I'm not picking up so much an addiction to a substance or something. To me, it's more in terms of how you're either feeling within a relationship, or the fact that you haven't been able to let a relationship go. Or, like I said, maybe too much emphasis on how you expect a future relationship to be. For the second week, we do have the Moon card, which is major arcana, like the Devil. And alongside that, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Now, 2 scenarios here. The Moon card can talk about things that are hidden, okay? In the light of the moon, we can't see things as clearly. The 4 of Pentacles there, holding on to something. Are you holding on to secrets? Are there things that you maybe are keeping hidden and are not wishing to share with other people? It could just be things that you're keeping hidden in regards to your desires or how the plans you're making. And you may be choosing to play your cards very close to your chest. But the thing with the Moon card as well is it can talk about an element of fear there. Fear about going down a new path. Again, not being able to see the path ahead so clearly in that light of the moon. And the 4 of Pentacles, holding on. So are you holding on to something from the past? Because there is this reluctance based on fear about moving forward. Are you, or have you been holding on to that 2 of Cups type of relationship that I spoke about from the past? And the need now is to cut the chains from that relationship in order for you to be able to take a new path. Moving in now to the 3rd week. We've got another major arcana. We've got the Hangman, and alongside that we've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. The thing with the Hangman when it's in the reverse position is it can often talk about a refusal maybe to examine your true attitudes towards something. The need with the Hangman is about gaining a fresh perspective here. And when it's in the reverse, maybe on some level you're digging your heels in a little bit. Maybe you need to see something in a different way. Maybe you need to see someone in a different way. Maybe you need to put yourself in the position of somebody else in order for you to gain this fresh perspective, because there's something there that I think you're refusing to either understand or refusing to see. Now, with the Ace of Wands being in the reverse, the Ace is about a new beginning, okay? In the reverse, there can be a delay, there can be obstacles to this. The Ace of Wands in itself is a very passionate energy. It's a very creative energy. In the reverse, are you preventing this new beginning? Because the Ace of Wands in the reverse is an obstacle. But the obstacle may be in terms of how you are seeing something. As I said, needing to gain a fresh perspective here, needing to change your mindset. Because something new is wanting to come in with this Ace of Wands. But as I said, when it's in the reverse, we're seeing obstacles here. And I think the obstacle is about how you are seeing this new beginning. Is the fact that, do you need to change your perspective in terms of, because you're coming from a place of fear, like I spoke about with that moon? Is a new beginning, a new path forward? Are you fearing that? Moving along to the final week of November, we've got two more court cards here. We've got the King of Wands in the reverse, which I'm taking to be you as the fire sign. We've then got the King of Cups in reverse. We do have the King and the Queen here of Cups, okay? And we've got you with the King of Wands. Now, yes, as I said, the fact that we've got the King and the Queen of Cups here, we could be dealing with a water sign. But the two kings in reverse there can as well be talking about you. Now, when that King of Wands is in the reverse, he can be prone to being selfish. He can be quite bitter and quite intolerant. See, and this is what I'm saying about you needing to gain a fresh perspective here. You, I think, needing to change your mindset, the way you're thinking, because you're in your negative element here with this King of Wands. Now, the King of Cups in the reverse, again, it's somebody in their negative element. Be this another person to you, or be this another part of you. The King of Cups is somebody that can be overly emotional. To further clarify this King of Wands, which I feel we're talking about you, I then got the Ace of Cups, and I then got another major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is, it's fate, it's destiny. It's the wheel turning in your favour, but it's all about universal timing. You don't have control over that, but the wheel is starting to turn in your favour there. We've got the Ace of Cups, which some people refer to as that Holy Grail. It's about having your cup so full that the water spills out. Feeling emotional, happiness and contentment and fulfillment. Again, the Ace is a new beginning here. So new emotions being felt. A new emotional experience. Maybe a new relationship. Something being offered to you that's going to stir your emotions. Alongside the King of Cups, we've got the Page of Wands, and we've also got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. If this King of Cups is talking about somebody else external from you, possibly this water sign, the Page of Wands is about something new. It can be a messenger, okay, the Page of Wands. It can be somebody bringing a message to you. But it can be about something new, something creative, something passionate. It could be to do with a career, a work, but it could also be in terms of a relationship. And looking at the other cards here in this reading, I do feel we're talking more about a relationship. But the Page of Wands, it's very much about the beginning stages, not really knowing where this is going to take you or this other person, if this is them with this Page of Wands energy, not knowing where it's going to lead, but it's about having that spark there, having that passion there. Alongside, we've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse, and the Nine of Swords is about being in your own head too much, you know, having those anxious, worrying thoughts, okay? In the reverse, we're coming away from that. So, you know, if we're talking about this King of Cups being somebody else, then maybe there is this spark here of some new passion, this spark of a new idea. And they may not know entirely where it's going to lead, but nonetheless that spark, that idea is there. It could be as well that this King of Cups is going to send a message, a passionate message. They're coming out of being in this situation, if this is somebody else or whether it's you, we're coming away from that Nine of Swords energy. I just want to say as well, the card that I've got at the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups, sorry. And this is a card about nostalgia, about looking back at the past. But it can also be about somebody from your past returning. There is a new relationship here, okay? We've got this Ace of Cups. And as I said, we've got the King and the Queen of Cups here. And we've got you, I feel, with the King of Wands. I do feel that there is something new that is very passionate and something that's offering emotions and feelings and love. But I do feel that you need to change your perspective here. Because you may very well, with that Four of Pentacles, you may be holding on to things that have taken place in the past with this person. And you may need to change your perspective on that and let go of what's taken place. See, it may be, like I said, that this Two of Cups, that there is a relationship being offered to you. And with that Devil energy, as I said, about feeling trapped and needing to release that, it may be your perspective on this relationship again that needs to be changed. And there may be a fear here about going down a new path with this person, because you may feel that things have been hidden from you. The wheel's turning in your favor, okay? And I do feel that there is this possibility here of a new relationship opening up. I think the two kings in the reverse are talking about the energies, I feel, of two separate people, and about how you and another individual have been feeling and behaving in, say, the past month or more. The King of Cups being overly emotional, okay? The King of Wands feeling very bitter. Maybe, as I said, this is about a relationship from the past. And things have happened in this relationship that have created that bitterness within you, Aries. This King of Cups, as I said, he's allowed his emotions to take control. And quite often it can come from a place of insecurity and feeling very vulnerable. So, Aries, that does conclude this reading. I've just noticed one thing. The Six of Cups was, as I said, at the bottom of the deck. But also the card that was underneath that was the Five of Cups. Quite often when I see the Five of Cups, I do often think of a third party situation because of the three cups that are laying down. Is it a case that in the past you was in this relationship with this person and maybe there was a third party interference? But whatever it is, this Five of Cups in the reverse is talking about now focusing on the two cups that are standing. No longer focusing on what's been lost or what's been done, but starting to focus on the two cups that are still standing there. And your very first card there is the Two of Cups. I do feel that we are talking about a relationship situation here that could have involved three people, but doesn't have to be talking about that. But I think you're needing to change your perception here, because I think it's your perception and the way you're seeing something here that could ultimately put a block on a new beginning. If you can change the way you're seeing something and maybe get over some fears here, the outcome is very good. You've got the Ace of Cups and you've got that Wheel of Fortune. You've got the Page of Wands and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. November, I think, is going to be an important month for you when it comes to relationships. But we're ending the month on a good note. So that does conclude this reading. As I said, this is the first of the general readings for Aries. So hopefully you enjoyed the way I've done the reading this month. Thank you. Bye.